Speaker, please.
Patrice Lynes.
Hi.
Ms. Lynes, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you? At the January 28th meeting, this council voted on item 15, including 15.2B and C. Usually there are staff reports and supporting materials online, but no online supporting materials were available on B and C. Nothing for the public to view. Did you review it? 2/3 of the council vote dealt with agreements and bonds. It seems this council was so concerned with the conflicted council problem, you failed to review what you were deciding. Furthermore, it is evident that the Temecula City Council is full of members that have a financial interest with Dan Stephenson and Rancon. When a quorum of the City Council cannot vote on an agenda item due to a conflict of interest with Rancon, it is time for the council to step down. The scenario was evidenced at the last meeting when a fishbowl was brought out and names of those with conflicts were placed in the bowl. Jeff Comachero, president and CEO of Rancon's, was drawn and he abstained. The remaining 2 council members voted yes, even though Ron Roberts' son works for Rancon. Therefore, Ron Roberts should have recused himself. This entire vote, in my opinion, was a Government Code 1090 ethics violation and should be invalidated and investigated. Code 1090 states any contract made in violation of it is void and cannot be enforced. An official who commits a violation of Section 1090 is subject to felony prosecution and administrative sanctions. There should be an investigation into this vote. Thank you.
Mr. City Attorney, might you just address that very quickly, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council, prior to that action taking place, we did request a formal advice letter from the Fair Political Practices Commission. They advised us that the method that we used, the random selection, was appropriate, and that with that the matter could go forward. With respect to Mr. Roberts, the interest that one has in their adult children doesn't count as a conflict of interest. And so far as I know, his son does not even work for Rancon, so it's not an issue at all. But I think the important part is that we did request the formal advice letter from the FPPC, and they advised us that the methodology we used to address that was appropriate. I think the other thing that's important is this was a final tract map, meaning that it was pretty much a ministerial action. You didn't change the tract, you didn't change the conditions of approval, so it was pretty much of just a ministerial action.
Thank you. Mr. Roberts, did you want to come?
Yeah, just to comment on that, I thank you, Peter, for bringing that up, but just also that not only does my son not work for Rancon, but he's 52 years old, and I think he's out on his own right now. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
All right.
Incidentally, too, the FPPC advice letter was attached to the agenda item.
And the FPPC being the government body that has jurisdiction over all...
Over both the Political Reform Act and Government Code 1090.
Okay, thank you. All right.